Hi, and welcome to Grandad on an Enfield. Today I'm going to look over some of the tools that I find irreplaceable in my shed. I think they're tools that you have to have. So, we'll start on the far end here. Torque wrenches, very basic. Now, an impact gun. This is an air compressed one. It's only a cheap one from Lidl or Aldi, wherever. But it saves so much time when you're trying to take off nuts from flywheels or clutch centers or anything. I do not use it to put the nuts back on though. Now this one's an interesting one. I had a Dominator 650 and the sump plug on it was battered. Of course I didn't notice it when I was buying it because the bash plate was on the end of it. But I thought it was going to be an engine out job. I tried everything. I tried heat, I tried cutting it, chiseling it, nothing. And even after I made more of a mess of the nut, I used one of these on. Now all you do is put it over the nut or bolt, give it a tap, give it a quarter of a turn, then give it another tap, and off it should come. Now if anyone wants a demonstration on this, I'll set up the demonstration for you. If you're interested in, please let me know. Of course we have the clutch holding tool, an impact driver that I rarely use anymore, but still, I've had it for so long now. Now, this is the air pump, portable. These are actually going way up in price. I seen an ad for a fellow looking for €200 for one. I paid 30 or 40. You can get them at Argos, Lidl and Aldi. And if you buy one, do not put the hose up like this. Do not store it like this. It puts pressure on the hose here and it cracks. So for storage, just leave it lying out flat. It's more to do with the impact gun. It's one of the impact sockets. Pick set. This is mainly used for when you drop something into an engine case or drop a bolt behind somewhere or not. Portable socket set, small sizes. I bring this on the bike with me. Fork seal driver, a little jump pack, 12 volt. It's brilliant. It will start a car up to a 2 litre, and I think they're about €80. This is an interesting one now. It's actually for adjusting the carburetors on a bike. Like I said, the Dominator needed a lot of work and the carb was well out of tune after I cleaned it. Then I needed to reset it up. I replaced everything on it. So to get at it, the mixture screw on the Dominator is underneath it. So really, without this, the only way to get at it is remove the carb, adjust it, fit it back on. If it's not right, you have to remove the carb again, adjust it and fit it back on. So this saves a lot of time and energy. Yeah, my little fault reader. So save me some money in the long run. My large socket set. Now everything I've here is actually doubled over in the tool chest there, so I can use one when I'm working in the garage and one when I'm working outside of it. A decent set of metal drill bits. These will pay for themselves. You're wasting your money on the cheap ones, really, to be honest. Again, everything here is mirrored over. I don't tend to use Allen keys. I prefer these. It's a lot more control, a lot more feel on it as well. And if you buy good quality ones, you're in no danger of rounding off picks, heads or anything. The set of tyre levers, and with G clamps there as well. One large size is for actually tyres and stuff. I have a smaller size somewhere as well, but I use these for winding back the calipers or the pistons in brake calipers as well. So I don't be doing it that often, so there's no need to buy the specialist tool for it. My workbench, they're vice and a sheet metal bending machine. But this bench folds down into the wall when I'm working, when I need a bit of extra room on the bike, so everything folds down, I get the extra room I need. Garage is heated by a camper van heater. One of the cheap ones, actually. I got it cheaper on Amazon than anywhere else. That'll be coming Thursday because I had to buy a new one, my old one packed in. But this is the one I use for kind of instant heat. It warms up the garage perfectly. My polishing wheel, I put it on a stool so that I could move it actually between shed and shed. I have 3 sheds. And depending on what I'm working on, where I'm doing it, that makes it portable, so it's handy for me. And of course the motorcycle lift and the seat. Just a quick note on this. Today's the 6th of January. Half the country is snowed in. Only a couple of miles up the road from me they're snowed in as well, but we have nothing. It's 2 to 3 degrees here today. Not a bit of snow. It's all around the place. They're losing power and water and everything, and they're just a bit chilly. Now, this video, because the next content will contain no music. If you want music in it, let me know. Someone asked me not to put music in the videos, they didn't like it. And also, I'm thinking of doing a video on affordable bikes in Ireland. Also, as well, there's someone asked me what type of bike was best for them to start out on. All they gave me was the provisional license, and they were 35. So, you'd have to let me know what height you are, what weight you are, what kind of bike you like, and how much you can spend before I can make it. Now, I'm not an expert on it or anything by any means, but I can recommend something. Okay. Just on another note there, people often ask me how I afford my tools and my bikes and stuff. Well, I was a fairly heavy smoker, and I used to spend a lot of time in the pub, to be honest with you. So I quit smoking. But the best motivation I found was that the money I spent every week on cigarettes, I put into a little jar, saved it up, and by the end of the year, you'll be surprised how much you have put away, and then you realise how much you were really spending on something like smoking. Also, I do have a couple of cans some nights, but I don't go to the pub anymore, and that's another saving of a lot of money as well. So today we're in All Saints Graveyard, Cars Hill, Cork, that was used during the Great Irish Famine. The famine was caused by a disease called blight. As 80% of the Irish diet was potatoes, this caused unbelievable hardship. It started in 1845, becoming harsher each year until 1849. As the years passed, more and more people were starving, so soup kitchens and workhouses were set up. Even so, people were still dying from starvation and disease. Up to 1 million people died and 2 million people emigrated from Ireland. In Cork, the local graveyard was filling up, so a graveyard was opened here in Cars Hill. People came mostly from the workhouse in what is now St Finbarr's Hospital. Some 2,260 people were laid to rest here between February and June of 1847. Then the graveyard was used as a pauper's graveyard, with it becoming the resting place for around 30,000 souls. No headstones are erected on the site, and as they were considered paupers with no money, coffins were not used, and most were buried wrapped in cloth. It is strange to look at this place with so many people buried here. Until 1958, nothing marked the site. Then a local taxi driver named Jack Saracen had a large cross erected to honour the famine dead. The workhouse was by all accounts unsanitary, no hot water, run-down toilets, bedrooms, blocks and dining rooms. When it was visited by the inspectors, they found meat so rotten they ordered it to be burned. Bedrooms with no privacy, lack of running water, insufficient heating, as most large rooms were heated by one open fire, adding smoke and soot to the already run-down appearance. The inspectors were served tea that they said wasn't fit for pigs, as the right amount of tea and sugar were not used, bypassing the fact that it had been made and served to them by a 12-year-old boy. The names to describe the residents, to say the least, were unpleasant. I will not repeat them. Thanks, and ride safe, Grandad on Nymphy.